of us, I wished he was dead. And right then, I was praying for it. Me hands stunk of meat. I made fists of them hard and flat as sawed beef shanks. I stared at them till there wasn't any light left to see them by, but it didn't matter, because in me throbbing head I could see a cleaver in one and a boner in the other, feel them there, real as money. Sat gripping them imaginary things so long me arms cramped up and I had to come out in the night air before I keeled over again. It was cooler in the open. Couldn't see nothing but the lights of town. Some blokes kicked a ball way down the other end in the dark, just voices and hard thumps that give me the yips. I didn't know what to do, where to go. Had no money. Some ice would have been good. Like frozen water ice, I mean, for the eye that was half closed over. Fucking hell, it was like something growing out the side of me head. The sky was blank. I seen more stars when he clocked me, and I started trying to figure the time. Before this, back in the shop, I come to in the bone crate. Woke up arse over and half stupid in that slimy pile of shins and knuckles and chook frames, and for a sec I didn't know where I was or how I got there. But I copped on soon enough. Where was I? Work, of course. And how did I end up poleaxed in a bin? The usual way, that's how. He wouldn't give you the sweat off his balls, the old captain, but when it come to dishing out a bit of biff when you weren't looking, well then he was like fucking Santa. I heard the radio going out front, and that lemony detergent stink was in the air, so it had to be after close-up. And now he's having to wipe out the trays and slush the floor on his own, the dense prick. Bitches all afternoon about what a lazy bludger I am, and then make sure he can't get any work out of me when there's most to be doing. No wonder he's such a big success in business. I looked out through me knees and tried to get to me feet, but Christ, that took some doing. Would have made a nice old picture, that. Jaxie Clacton, hard-ass the kids run clear of all over the Shire, trying to spaz up out of that greasy nest of bones like a poisoned fly. Talk about laugh. But I'd done it in the end. Grabbed onto the bench, pushed off the muck-specky wall, and stood there a mo with me head spinning. Probably gobbing and gawping like a goldfish. And all the time, just the other side of the partition, through the door and the skanky fly strips, the mop slopping and the buckets getting kicked across the floor, and he's wheezing and snorting and going on some mumble fuck about how bloody useless I am and how he's going to flog some morals into me. And in me mind right then I was already gone, up the street and shot through clean. But it's like I was doing everything half speed, pissing off in slow motion. And any second he's going to come through the door and get me by the ear and give me a couple more to be going on with. So I told myself to harden up and get a wriggle on, to get me apron undone and kick off them stupid butcher boots. Not real easy, any of that, not with a woozy head and sausage fingers. But I got 'em off and grabbed me Vans and the skateboard by the back door and sleazed away quiet. Outside the air was warm and the day nearly done. I peered up the street through the shadows, and just to squint that tiniest bit hurt to the living fuck. When I touched me face it felt like a punkin full of razor blades. And I should have been relieved I was out and away, but I had nowhere to go. All I wanted was a bag of peas on my face and a bed to lay on. But it wouldn't be safe to go home till Wankbag was fully rummed up, which took some doing. He was pissed all day at work, that was just him regular. Getting himself totally off his tits, that was a few hours hard relaxing. After a shit and maybe a shower, rip his eye patch off and just sit there in his jocks, his empty socket sucked into a cat's ass squint. Grab a 2-litre bottle of Coke from the fridge, tip half down the sink and fill it back up with Bundaberg rum. No point me going home till he got his medicine down. He'd stagger round a bit, park himself here and there, in the shed, or out the patio looking at the paddocks and the train tracks. Mostly, he ended up in that big rocking TV chair, passed out blind, lights on, curtains open, snoring hard enough to rattle the glass. Made it simple to figure out when to make your move. Pull up outside in the dark street, suss him through the window, watch to see he's out properly, then go in the back way. Take your chance in the kitchen and get to your bedroom fast. Lock the door, shove the desk in front and let him sleep it off. Tomorrow'll be a new day, which is really the same miserable fucking day all over again. Till then there's nowhere to go but the footy oval. That's why I was up there hiding like a girl. The roadhouse was iffy and the pub was plain trouble, so I had to hole up under